25-yard line.
What is it hurt? We got Vegas! Black Spurs!
On play action, here's Williams.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
On the option to give to Swift here.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a third and long.
What is up?
A final shot before break. Williams.
He'll try and do this himself.
Williams loses the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. Shifts by him. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Barkley, inside handoff.
He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
Go Silver, ready?
Throwing is Hurts.
That is caught. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Devontae Smith.
72 yards.
And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for two here, he says.
Alpha.
The Eagles will set up for the
180.
conversion.
Hurts will throw.
And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Looking to throw is Williams.
36.
Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Vegas, Vegas!
Throwing is Williams.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Over the middle is going to find Burden.
And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
They'll go. Here's Williams. He'll try to do it himself.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, the decision there, 4th and goal. They go for it, but this ball intercepted in the end zone.
Hey, how about some applause for the stand by this defense? Just to force them into a 4th and goal situation was one thing, but then to get the interception, keep them off the scoreboard, that's a job very well done.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They coming off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on second down.
Hurts. Out left to Dotson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for an Eagles first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. To Barkley on the check down.
All defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game.
Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Don't touch that. Hey, Silver. Hey, 73. Don't touch.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
What is up?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got this down almost to the 20.
yards. And the Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
To throw, Williams. He's got this complete to Burden.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
It's a gain of 18. That's another Bears first down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Oh, he fakes the spike.
But it's not going to work. He'll go down. They got him. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
At the 5-yard line.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal.
What is up?
And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
Cubs Dilly!
And this play's still live. He faked the spike. Going to throw it.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
A loss of a yard.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal.
They'll go play action here with Williams.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This will be caught by Brown. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
And the Eagles first down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
First down, Philadelphia.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Hurts.
He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 28.
Now Hurts looking to change the play.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Hurts.
And he fires one incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone is hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
And that's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Bill King! On silver, right? 63.
An audible here to get a new look. They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the fourth quarter. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams.
He's going to air one out. And this one is incomplete. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
2nd and 10.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Now with that interception, you feel like we've got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Hurts to throw.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
That is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
4th down, 10 yards to go.
63.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
That's good for Eagles.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
This is caught. It's ball. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts.
That is caught at the 7. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Here we go, 1st and goal. Play action, here's Hurts. Now he'll tuck, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
The Eagles will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Hurts will throw.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
Bears 21, Eagles 14.
So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick.
Well, it looked like the Eagles got this back. Yes, Philadelphia football. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. They'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back in Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame.
Now 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
And now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his own. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
They'll look to throw again.
He's got his target. That's complete. Oh, he's taken down. They're in field goal range, but no timeouts. They're out of time.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
63.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
Cairo Santos to kick off.
So it's the Eagles who will get the first chance to go down and find a winner as they'll get it here, and we are back underway. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Hey, easy, 63, back.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. The interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run wide side here with Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Great.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Now a first throw here in overtime. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dominique Robertson, the one who got in there to drop him.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. That one downfield for Dotson.
Oh, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Boy, that's a tough one right there, CD. They fought back to tie it, to send it to overtime, had all the momentum, and then that interception.
That fighting spirit, those fighting plays that got them back into it, maybe a little too aggressive there, throwing the interception, and now they've opened the door to get beat by a field goal coming back the other way.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
To throw, it's Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Bears first down. 1st and 10.
Williams going to look to throw again.
Oh, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jihad Campbell.
There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
So it's the Eagles who get the win here, and the guy who really led the way was their quarterback, CD, and that's Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, he did a little bit of everything, didn't he? He had 2 touchdown passes through the air, another one on the ground, and that defense, they really